Okay. Alright. MSQ time! Let's New Game Plus this! So, if I remember correctly, we were... I think right before Dancing Plague, right? I think we just had sad times with, a feathered doggo and his owner. And then, now we are, now we need to go unlock, Dancing Plague, and then do Dancing Plague, and So we'll run through Dancing Plague, and then maybe half of Raktika, or maybe try to get all of Raktika done tonight. Yeah, since we had to do raid and stuff like that, we'll go a few extra hours, just to compensate. Can I fly through these vines? Yes. Yes, yes I can. The gate has recognized that you bear all 4 relics. The seal is broken. All that remains is to enter the castle and confront Titania, a being bereft of reason and mercy. It is sure to be a ferocious battle, but if anyone can bring an end to our king's torment, it is you. Yet know this, my adorable sapling. Though we Fey folk may appear to live unfettered lives, there are still laws that bind us. To take back as much as is taken, to create as much as is destroyed, to give as much as is received. In all things, balance must be preserved, and the same will be asked of you. But worry not, come what may, your beautiful branch will ever be at your side. I definitely know I cannot unsync this. I definitely know I can't unsync this, so I have to actually queue this up. But let's do the Dancing Plague. Oh crap! I never read the descriptions for stuff. All right, we'll start doing that now. All right, the Dancing Plague. The white dress, the shell crown, the stone scepter, the crystal shoes. Having acquired the 4 Fey relics through considerable effort, you now stand ready to break the seal over Liagia and confront the Light Warden of Ilmeg, the fallen fairy king, Titania. Yet even as you hunt the Sin Eater, you are in turn hunted by the forces of Yulmore, who have thrown all caution to the wind and marched resolutely on the fairy kingdom. Nice. It's the key. Alright, let's do it! Welcome to the Dancing Plague. First machinist, scholar, first time. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, maybe not. I might be able to out DPS him for aggro, but I don't know. remember this cutscene being so long. Let's do it.
Come and play. For the night is bright and you sleep when you're dead.
That was weird. The Dragoon just gave over Dragonsight really fast, really quickly. Is it Buster called again? Bay Rune, maybe, or something like that? Hopefully I'll see. Divination Rune, that's it. I knew it was a rune of some sort.
When you play with fire.
Why is that machine is so far away? They're so far away from everybody.
We're sick of this cramped old castle. Let's play in the forest.
Oh god, that was actually scary. That could be bad. I forgot how big those things are.
We're so swift and fly.
Boo! God damn it! This is the order in which you need to kill them. Or at least it's the order in which you should kill them, because of we're tanking the other two.
Vigorous Printer.
Right to left. I am hurting.
Dance like the leaves on the boughs.
I always pronounce it bows.
This is so much fun. Let's play some more.
That's the scholar's fault. He's standing literally right behind me. I'm trying to avoid him. The manga's the same deal. Like, come on, guys. Rule number 1, you don't stand near the tank. Especially the main tank. I'm gonna kill this scholar again because he has to learn. Dude, stop standing in front of, like, behind me. Like, I can't help it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what you want me to do, man. I don't know what you want me to do. This is basic healing. Not even that. It's just basic raiding 101. Don't stand near the tank. You'll die. Don't stand near the tank unless you absolutely have to. Truly. Like, again, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do, honestly, in this situation. Can't really adjust because there's other people around. I don't want to cleave anyone else, so I gotta cleave somebody. You tried, Chad. I'll give it to this guy. You tried. You did your best. I can respect that. Okay. Hey, 3 commands. Let's go. Very nice.
You have freed our fallen king. Not that I expected any less, my Snayak. The dress, the crown, the scepter, the shoes. The time has come for these relics to serve their true purpose. For they are not only keys to the castle, they are also blessings to be bestowed upon the new king. The way into the castle is opened when it is time to relieve the reigning monarch of the throne. And the brave soul who does the deed has the honor of taking their place. However, should you ascend the throne,
to be
you
king.
become one of us. Never again to live as men do.
You know what? I'm okay with it. I'm about it. Let's do it. Hells yeah, let's go.
My adorable sapling, my precious mortal. We Fae folk live forever, but such is not your virtue. To strive for a dream you will never see. To sow seeds that others might one day taste the fruits of your garden. That is the beauty of your kind.
Sounds kind of lame, if you ask me.
Bright and shine as only you can. These blessings, your lovely branch will accept in your stead.
Oh god! Theo just turns into another light ward and ah! Rejoice and revel. The kingdom of rainbows is forever young.
Shall we attend to those unwise enough to trespass in our realm?
So, the Fae folk confuse me, primarily because they mix around gender roles, which is good, that's real progressive, that's awesome, but like, god damn it. They have the king named Titania, the Fae folk, or yeah, Fae-ol, like, I need at least some guidelines here. Honestly, I need guidelines. That's what I need.
Damn these pixies and their tricks!
So can they see the kingdom or no?
How in the seven hells?
Like, can they see through the fog or no? That's what I want to know. I have to send a message real quick.
Listen well. We come in pursuit of villains who have fled to this land. You know who and where they are.
No, we don't. No,
now
technically they don't. Who knows? Who knows?
Before I lose
they could be anyone. You want villains? Like, it could be literally anybody.
Oh, stop! It hurts! It hurts!
Enough! Lift the enchantment!
Minfilia, willful child. How many times must I come to collect you?
I won't return to Yulmore. And I won't let you hurt my friends.
What is this stance? Where did you learn it? No oracle I trained would make such an unseemly show of herself.
It's just a different discipline, man.
No, your
What
shame,
else?
gal.
What? What did she use? What did the previous Minfilios do? Huh? What did they learn? Fucking what? Sword and shield? Were they paladins? That's a DPS loss. Like, this is just a straight up DPS loss, honestly. See, that time he actually caught the blade between his hands.
Who are you to dictate her purpose? To lock her away and deny her a life? If she was powerless, it's because of you, you sanctimonious swine. But no longer.
Fool! Defiance only begets more suffering. It is through acceptance alone that one may find solace in this god's-forsaken world.
I don't remember these close-ups. These close-ups are, not gonna lie, they make me a little uncomfortable.
Look, the sky.
She's done it. The warrior of darkness has triumphed.
I like that he just freely
General?
admits it.
What are our orders?
He just
What do we
freely
do?
admits that the Warrior of Darkness has done it.
We do what we came to do. Subdue this rabble and find the Warrior of Darkness.
Forward, men! Take the villains captive!
Do I? Hold on. So, I'm trying to think here. Our general rule for deaths were... Right, we were including the, like, notable characters.
Are you deaf?
So, like, Tesleen,
I
the
said-
one NPC that we met up. I mean, that's 2. We'll count... I'll think about if I want to count these or not. That's 2 deaths right there.
What? What's happening? Water? That wasn't there before. Ah!
That's 3. They're technically not dead.
Ora wa I kansasi, ora wa I kakinsi.
They're technically not dead. I don't think the Numa would kill people. 4 or 5. Six. 7.
What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourselves, damn it!
I mean, that's 7 if I wanted to include those. Probably not, because they're just regular soldier grunts, you know? They're like, I don't know if they count.
General, they come in greater numbers. We must retreat.
All who stand with a Warrior of Darkness shall face justice. My master demands it.
So that's 7, if I choose to include them. Which... we didn't have direct interaction, so I'll say no. Yeah. We didn't have direct interaction, so it was indirect action, so I'm gonna pass on that one. Actually, you know what? No, let's include it. Let's include them. Let's include it. Sure. So,
I see. Well, it's a good thing Fair all volunteered to become
So
king
let's
in
just-
your stead,
so
for
that's
all our
10.
sakes.
we'll chalk it up to 10 deaths already.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Feaul, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wish to make the most of it. That's something you must
No, let's just
remember
make it
about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be
We're just gonna make it
eternal,
notable.
we exist
So it's
only
actually
for the
2,
present.
So we'll just make it to 2, actually. Yeah.
We live in the here and now, paying no mind to futures that may or may not be.
Yeah. 2 notable characters have died already.
To wit, we
It
are
was
not
the merchant
driven
that
as
we
men
met at the
are.
beginning,
We cannot fight for
and
such
then
causes as men do.
Tesleen, We won't include the one you're mooring girl, so...
Does that mean you won't aid us
We'll
against the
just,
Sin Eaters?
We'll do 2. Only 2 deaths so far.
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. Such is the way of Ilmeg. By this law, we shall lend you our strength. In return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
I'm gonna be sad to lose you. So sad.
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side.
Yeah.
Even should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you.
It's kind of weird.
Treat them as you would his Nephis.
Yeah, we can't. So the thing is that we can't include everyone because we're gonna get to a part where a bunch of people are gonna die, and like, yeah, we can include them, but at the same time, like, it's just awkward, you know? It's just really awkward. Ne'er a moment did I doubt that thou wouldst triumph over thy foe. Yet the majesty of thine achievement delighteth me nonetheless. Night hath returned to Ilmeg, and we stand one step closer to delivering the first from its doom, and averting the 8th Umbral calamity. 'Tis but a pity thou wert not present to see the Faefolk put the Omorans to flight. 'Twas a sight to raise the spirits, I do assure thee. Ah, but what valuable allies they might prove, were the moon only to take them. I mean, they did say that they would help, like, maybe not all the time, but a little bit. The wheel turns. Thankfully wishes to have a word with the hero of the hour. I knew you could do it, and not only because of your blessing. You have a strength all your own, and it has seen us through many a trial. With the warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going together, needless to say. To the bitter end, the fate of our 2 worlds being at stake and all that. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crostarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Faefolk. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful the city was spared Yomor's attentions, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for all of us when I say that I've had a belly full of Ilmeg. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. All right.
All seems well at the Crostarium.
Yes. Yulmor was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
There he is. Husband number 5.
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
Yeah.
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations.
AKA husband number
As
5.
for my true identity, I am Emmett Sel, Asian.
Also known as the best character in this game.
Gaius spoke of you. A native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us.
You know, it's interesting to think that he's equal in rank to La Habrea, so he's probably just as strong as La Habrea, but La Habrea really wasn't that strong. Like, let's be honest here. La Habrea really was not that strong.
Oh, it is truly, deeply infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining?
Oops, did I do that?
Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lump and weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthry's rule, all the conditions would have been met. But you had to come and ruin it all.
You're welcome, champ. You're welcome.
Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters.
I mean, would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling warriors of darkness.
By thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased.
I mean, he's right. He's right there, Thancred.
As for what
happens
happens next,
almost right next to you.
Might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise.
I mean, you just need to give me a reason.
Indeed, it is enough to make
give me a reason. I won't hesitate to pounce.
Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthry and kill you all.
Oh, wow.
But that's no different from what La Habrea did.
See?
And we all know how well that ended for him.
Yeah, see? Exactly. La Habrea ain't shit.
And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say,
you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground? For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content.
This is true. Emmett Silk has literally
but
all the
this
time
I
in the
thought
world.
that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the Source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
All right, Gambit. I need you
Thou hast
to
delivered thy
calm down a
proposal,
little
and
bit.
We would not dismiss it outright.
I wish
If
Astro
I may offer thee
actually
counsel,
had like.
however, to make
I
thy
just wish
case
the
via
autos were
an
just that.
illusion reflective
Ranged
fully
autos
upon
just
thy
throw
sincerity.
cards at the enemy? Hells yeah.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer.
That's fair enough.
I
We
felt it
have
only
killed his
prudent to take
family
precautions.
already, so his colleagues, I should say.
Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted.
I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Bye, Emmett. Cooperation. He can't be serious. Can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the XIV. You can run a long show. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you've earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. I thought it was just kind of like regular in dialogue. I guess I probably should have read that actually. Oh well. It's fine. I think at the very least I want to get through like half of Raktika. That's kind of where I'm at. At the very, very, very least. Get through half of Raktika. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more. We'll see. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You'll probably think you're talking to yourself.
Wow.
Still, he's keeping you well fed.
He made us sandwiches. Also, how long have these sandwiches been sitting out here? That's kind of awkward.
Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmet Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making.
Oof.
They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmet Selk had one thing right. one should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
You're putting me up by dinner? Alright, I just came back from a hard-fought battle, and excuse me.
Poor you. But I take your point.
I should not be this mean to Arbor. I really shouldn't.
Let's see then. What's a good topic for mealtime? Oh, food, I suppose. I could tell you about Verbatite cuisine, if you like.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, and there's this time we were forced to collect rare ingredients for some god's-forsaken feast. If it sounds ridiculous, it's because it was. What? You too?
Oh, look at this!
Parallel worlds, eh? So, what sort of things did you have to fetch then?
Oh, this is interesting, actually. This is interesting that we... Huh. That's a different dialogue thing. Because last time I picked, like, tell me about Seto, and it's like, oh, it's cute, wholesome moment with Seto, but like, oh, man, look at us bonding. Look at us bonding and chilling out. Yeah, man. Hells yeah. Actually, I don't mind that. I didn't mind that at all. I felt kind of bad because I was like, oh, I shouldn't be mean to Arbor, but at the same time, it came out to be real wholesome. And the rare feast, the rare ingredients for the feast, what is that? Is that Evilise, I think? That might have been like an Evilise thing. Of like, yeah. Maybe that was an Evilise reference, I feel like. Because I feel like that's not an actual normal... Oh, no. No, that was from ARR, right. Because we had to get like the wine and all that stuff. Yeah. Alright. A party soon divided. The manager of suites is in a cheerful mood. Good evening to you, miss. I hope you are well rested. The XIV and your companions are presently gathered in the oculum. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. Excellent. By the way, we're fine. Yeah, I never heard that dialogue option. I've always wanted to, but I was like, no, I shouldn't be mean to Arbor. We're gonna be mean to Arbor. I'm gonna be so mean to Arbor. I'm gonna feel so bad about it, but it's gonna be so, it's fine. We're gonna have these wholesome bonding moments. It's fine. Our relationship will be stronger for it. Truly. Hey guys, what else standing around here for? Okay?
Oh, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Guest? What? Oh. Hey. Okay.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
He did say that. That's
Lest
fair
you
enough,
forget
honestly.
I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity.
Hey.
Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
Cool. Maybe, do you guys want like some alone time? I can leave. It's fine.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
Yeah, Thancred, come on, man. Don't be rude.
Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove
Prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
I mean, fisticuffs are fun sometimes.
And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity.
Sag.
Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was.
You did your best, but maybe it's
Though
better
I
if we just be
suspect you will
enemies.
seek me out when you grow
Maybe
tired of
frenemies.
making the same mistakes.
Alright.
Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
Look at that saunter. Look at that saunter in his step. Emmett fucks.
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
I mean, like, a kernel, perhaps. Maybe, like, just a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit.
If he simply meant to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amareng, and Raktika remain.
It's a lot. 3 more.
Indeed.
So close.
And their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown.
So close, yet so far.
Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Amareng in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with
She
me.
won't accept my calls.
You have visited her, have you not?
Y'shtola has Crystal
Might I
Exarch
trouble you
locked.
to-
Feels bad.
It would be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
It's a letter, Alize,
A missive
obviously.
from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luran.
I was gonna make a Smash joke, but I'm like, everyone's made a Smash joke already.
And?
So many
Did he
people
even
made
bother to
Smash
offer
jokes
any
already
aid?
for Crystal X. I'm
It's
like,
obviously a trap.
whatever, it's fine. Well, yeah,
I should be
obviously.
surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize
Nah,
this
Mothra
opportunity
just
to
like
speak
wants
with
to be chill, you
even
know?
if only a few
He just
words
wants someone that he can enslave and then eat snacks with.
Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance? Of course. Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
Okie doke. To Raktika we go. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask you to go there before seeking out your Stola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it is long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to your Stola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerable proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey on to Fort Job that we might secure this relic. But really, he just wants us to give a gift to your Stola so that way she'll stop being mad at him. I see you, Exarch. I can read in between the lines too, you know. Here amidst these ruins we'll find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. A little faith. Urianger appears to be lost in thought. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served as not as man's final bastion, but as a testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh everyone and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For creatures which then did rise from the fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sins and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. Wait, am I serving the... Oh, no, I get it. Oh, there it is. Past it. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark. And its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the Knights Blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed, 'twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Oft and many times did you more make suspicious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. Urion, the Exarch, knoweth full well that your Stola in her seclusion doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed in their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. Reading's hard. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provided the glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. You have located the time-worn tablet. So hard. What a hard I spy. Wow, we're actually really far away from the desk. Within the altar, thou sayest. We're actually surprisingly far away from the altar, actually. Like, look, like, yeah, it's like all the way, we're basically halfway, if not 60% away from to the other side of the room. Like, dang. Not escaped that night, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious. These engravings predate the Knight's Blessed, if I'm not mistaken. They are written in the script of the ancient empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for a seeker of truth. Just playing the Exar understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Into the dungeon. Urianger is ready to leave, but not before first offering a piece of advice. Oh my gosh. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knight's Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is a belief of the Blessed that one's own name must never be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precluded not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and, in rare cases, masters their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya, lest we offend them. I bid you speak I can't read. I bet you speak not her true name in the Blessed's presence. Given that in mind, we speak with regard who keep it vigil at the great wood gate. Wood something. That's a wall. The angle made it look like stairs, and I'm just like, what? I'm an idiot. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? We need to get to the forest. Yes, of course, right this way.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Welcome to Raktika Great.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days.
Well, that's
Exploring
cool.
virgin
You want to just
subjugating primitive
here,
peoples,
maybe?
all for the glory of Garlemald.
A little weird, also a little narcissistic.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Think, calm down. Don't be mean to husband number 5. He's just trying to make conversation.
Simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows?
I mean, enjoying the view together typically means that you're not talking with each other. and
Much
also
more
talking
of this,
about
and I may
stuff
very
that
well
doesn't
begin to regret my
include
show of good
the
faith.
topic at hand. Like, okay.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more.
Emmett likes
Even
to watch.
shielded by the
confirm.
shadows of these boughs,
Emmett
I feel
definitely
the
loves
light's
to
presence
watch.
most
confirm.
keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Just playing our Ascian counterpart, mean it to follow wheresoever we lead, where otherwise he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily it pervadeth every quarter, and so long as the light wardens remaineth, the Sin Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. The blessed succumb. 2 years passed, a swarm of Sin Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they know not how to go on, wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For mercy, Stola had provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their abode and their home, and another thither we should bend our steps to gone. Mount, and I will be right back. Alright. Alright, let's do it. Searching for Y'shtola.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Okay. Awkward moment of like, huh, this place is abandoned. Maybe they're all dead.
Now, surround them!
Well. We are under arrest now. That's cool. That's cool.
These senators, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Well, you don't know that. Kupo? I hope that we have to, like, brace ourselves for it, and then we do it. Best answer.
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
I mean, it's still pretty funny. It's still pretty funny.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives.
Okay, look.
You've committed the cardinal sin
not
of
my
boring
fault,
me.
sort of.
And so, I retire to the shade.
Silly Emmett, you are in the shade.
Good luck.
Alright, that doesn't help our case, so that's kind of awkward.
There. Did you see that one disappear?
Okay. Okay.
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Nah, La Habrea, well...
Enough. Runard, report.
Master Matoya.
Did somebody say... Matoya? Could we consider...
We apprehended them as you ordered, but... Are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
Y'shtola just became our big titty goth girlfriend, right? Like...
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
Like, she's a black mage now? She's got sass, like...
should mistake us for the enemy, is it not?
I feel like Y'shtola actually is our big titty goth girlfriend.
Since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All real facts.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not.
Rude.
There is but one manner of
Hurtful.
creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
I mean, I have been told that I had a lot of light in me, even before all this nonsense.
Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though she is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Light Wardens have already perished by her most puissant hand.
Puissant? How could you forget it?
It cannot be.
I thought we had something special, Y'shtola. We've adventured together in Limsa, girl! Like, it's been too long. Clearly. Hurtful. Hurtful. We adventured together in Limsa. Did that mean nothing to you? Huh? I thought we had something.
Lower your weapons.
Damn right you lower your weapons. Rude.
Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Every time. You have been busy since arriving in the first, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort Gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate and you will find me soon enough. Alright. I feel like... So she says with Fort Gone yet to be rebuilt. I feel like they're just not going to rebuild this. Like, that's not happening whatsoever. Straight up. And it's fine. Fort Gone was shitty anyways. It's fine. Good riddance. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the 12s would, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. Yeah, fuck Fort God. Slitherbout's where it's at, yo. Straight up.
Slitherbout is the largest of the blessed settlements.
Hells yeah.
They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
Well, that's nice.
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are simple people.
Well, I mean, it'd be better than having their weapons drawn at me and trying to kill me, so. But at the same time,
now,
what else
I would
is
hear
new,
of your travels
honestly?
away from prying ears. Come.
Secrets? We got some secrets?
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika.
Hells yeah, we do. That's how we do.
In the days after I arrived in the first, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own.
Really? Secrecy and telling of half-truths lost him your trust? You're friends with a Ryanje, alright? Like... I guess in fairness, she wasn't around for the whole Warriors of Darkness thing. Like, she wasn't in that fight, but even still, though, like, we had to have told her. Like, I feel like that's a little hypocritical to be like, the Crystal Exarch kept too many secrets, so I didn't want to hang out with him. I didn't trust him anymore. Like, literally, Urianger almost like, essentially played double agent against us.
Eventually led me
so,
to
like,
the forest,
I don't think you get to make that claim. Truly.
I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka.
It's always Ronka.
A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya, or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Darn.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet...
Oh yeah, we brought this for you. The expert says he's sorry.
The timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me.
What? No. No. What? No.
Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
I mean, that's how she is. Ishtola doesn't waste any time.
Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world.
That just occurred to me. You see Ishtola's, like, feather tassel things? I just thought, I had kind of assumed that they were earrings, but now that I look at her, that theory doesn't
Though
work
separate, the
very
fate
well.
of this reflection is nevertheless bound
So,
to
like,
that
because, like,
of
if
our
they're
home.
earrings,
That
then
I would be daunted by
I
such an
feel like
invaluable
they shouldn't
opportunity
hang
was
that
absurd.
low. So, like, what? So are they just, like, extensions then?
But what of you, Thancred?
Yeah,
Could
maybe
it
they're like
be that
extensions,
you are still
like hair
struggling
extensions.
to come to terms with the nature of your
It's, like,
young
actually
companion?
awkward that I think about it more and more. You know what's better than playing the Yield War is playing it on not the Switch? They're
My
totally
struggles
earrings.
are
But
none
like,
of your concern.
if they're earrings though,
Quite why you would speak thus and in
they
this
should
company, I
should
do
be
not know.
higher up.
Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll
There are
excuse
totally
me.
earrings like that. I mean, right, there are. But see, look where Y'shtola's ears are. And then you just kind of wonder about it. And it's like, this isn't right.
He understands that I'm
This
not the
isn't right.
same. That I'm not her.
So like, you could see in, I'm sorry, Minfield. I know that we're having a very serious discussion, but just hold on for a second, okay? Just shh, the adults are talking. Okay, that's definitely an earring. You can see it. It's definitely an earring. But wait a second. Hold on, wait a minute here. Hold on.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept.
Also,
the question being whether he ever will.
I got distracted from the earring things. I also meant to say, damn, Y'shtola, ever since you joined the Nice Blessed, you become a real dick.
And whether you will, more importantly.
Makote have 2 sets of ears.
Circumstances
All
may
right.
be, they are yours, not his.
All right, you know what? I'll
Tis
allow
you
that.
and you alone who bears ultimate
I'll allow it.
responsibility for your life.
Feels bad. Alra only have horns. Those are our ears for us. Feels bad. Yes, but on PC, but for free. Is it free on PC?
But you need not make any
Is there,
hard
like, a
choices
sale going
now.
on or something?
Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Free, quote unquote. All right, what the hell is that? What does that mean? Why is it free, quote unquote? A day in the neighborhood. Y'shtola is staring off into the distance, lost in thought. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Damn, Y'shtola. Jesus. Though it heartens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. You talking to me? I can't tell, honestly, at this point. I can but imagine how Alize and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed. Damn, Y'shtola. Ever since you came to the first, you've become a real bitch. I realize I am not as I was on the source, but I cannot say I regret the decisions that allowed me to come this far. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. Bow? Bow. Slither bow. Slither bow. I always say bow. If there's anything you need, pray speak with Rudar at the plaza. Okay. We're free unofficially. So theft is what you're telling me. so you're stealing it like a criminal. You're doing crime. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. That's fine. It's not the first time someone's tried to kill me, so. Meh. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Costarium. I see. And this tablet you've brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Rectica? Well, you're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course! Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. Ah, I remember that. I saw it in the trailer. Okay, I was wrong, Makode. Don't have 2 sets of ears. They don't! I knew it! So it makes less sense! Those are definitely earrings, but where are they connected? Canonically, my Warrior of Light has this question, and they just go up to Y'shtola and just go, just grabs her head, just feeling around. Because all Makode earrings go from their head ears. Yeah, exactly. The Makode ears, they hang from their actual top ears. So what the fuck is Y'shtola wearing then? I can, without going insane, I have to just assume that they're hair extensions. But, in my heart of hearts, I know that that's wrong, but if I think about it too long, I'll go insane. With our priest slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is a smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. But then it begs the question, how do they wear glasses? Oh god! Oh god! How do they wear glasses? They have to wrap around the head, right? They have to, right? They just have to wrap, or they have a band that wraps around, right? I don't know, man. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbow. Bow! Damn it! Wait, bow? Slither bow. Slither bow? Slither bow. It's Slitherbow. Right. Slitherbow. It's just... the glasses, oh god. I see, that's definitely not right. That is for sure not right. I can tell you that much. That is 100% not right. Yeah, that's definitely not right. Like, for sure, that's not right. And now this is a new problem that keeps me up at night. That is a brand new problem that now keeps me up at night. That's a huge issue. Okay, to show reverence to the dark? In a word, yes, but fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. You made this problem. I did. I opened Pandora's box, and I made a mistake. I should have just kept it to myself. I opened Pandora's box, and now we have problems. Now we have fucking issues. That image that you sent me does for sure prove that they only have one set of ears. So that just makes it so much worse. Oh, it's so awkward. Like, I was thinking that maybe, like, it just balances on their nose. That's how they wear sunglasses. It just balances on their nose. Cause like you do have those glasses that just balance on the bridge of the nose. That has to be how it is. That's how it is. That's just what happens. It's like those armless glasses that they balance on the nose. That's it. Boom. That's how they wear glasses. The earrings are still, the jury's still out on that one, but like maybe that's it. Yeah, that's what put the nail in the coffin for me. I was like, maybe their hair is always conveniently covering the ears, but nope. They only have one set of ears. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Actica. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Alright. Do I have to target Ruinar? I'm not gonna target Ruinar. I have to target you, Ruinar. Okay. I always have to make sure there's a target. Forgot about the tombstone. The Moogle tombstone of Earth. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good, but you're good though, Hex. You're good. You're good. You got until Endwalker. So you have at least until the 19th. I don't know if pre-release counts or not. But you got time. You got time. Don't have that long. It's not, honestly, it's not hard to grind tomes. If you can find a party that allows you to join for Binding Coils of Bahamut turn 2, like, you can crank tombstones out like that easy. Like, if you can find a party that will let you in, you can grind tomes out so quickly. Because what people will do is they'll take in, you run Binding Coils turn 2, have at least, like, 2 to 3 blue mages. And you can clear the fight within 4 minutes, I would say. And you get, I think, 3 tomes per thing. Yeah, you get 3 tomes per run. You need 410 tomes. Oh my god. Yeah, if you can find a turn 2 party finder that has some blue mages in it, that's your best bet. Because I think I was able to get all my stuff in like a couple hours or so. What are riding maps? Riding maps just allow your mount to go. It allows your mount speed to be faster. But I would check to see if you need them or not, because you may not actually need them. Or otherwise they'll just be useless. But it just increases your mount speed in whatever zone the map is for. They're almost worthless, considering the fact that you can fly now. Like, they're almost worthless. Okay. As Ruinar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. Imagine Ruinar puts water on us to cleanse us from the light, and we just start burning. We just burst into flames like, ah! Oh god! And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? like a heathen. I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? It's actually laced with arsenic. Only blessed by our priests, they are practicing the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbued the water with a faint, dark energy. Ugh, darkness, gross! A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should have had no discernible effect, unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are Sin Eaters! Fuck, he's on to us! He's on to us, stab! I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. I don't know. Seems pretty sus to me. I don't know. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. Bow. Slither, bow. Slither, bow. Every time I say it, I think I'm wrong. And then I'm like, and then I correct myself. And then I correct to the wrong pronunciation. God damn it. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alintuta, in the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. Yeah, Minfilia, you gotta do the secret Knight's Blessed handshake? 100%. It's how you differentiate between the lame Knight's Blessed and the cool Knight's Blessed. Absolutely. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alintuta and they will know. You as friends of the Blessed. Oh, there's no cool handshake. Goes bad. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. You have an answer. I say bow because I bought Master Matoya glam. The feathers are a headdress. Okay. Alright. Feathers are a headdress. Okay. Alright. I can get behind that. So they're probably I think I have something similar to that. So they're probably similar-ish to this, where like, I guess theoretically you would have like a band or some sort, and then it would like drape down, I guess, like in theory, but they aren't. That's what it's labeled as, but they aren't connected. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Brave new Y'shtola attire. Okay, I just need to see... I need a close-up of the head. Scion Sorceress headdress. Okay. I sort of get this. I see where where they're coming from. It's like awkward because you have to obviously you have to suspend your. It's like extensions. I would say they're like extensions. Yeah, that's where I'm at. They're like extensions. I would like. Could you say they're earrings? Sure, but you could say that they're like extensions. I can let that go. All right, they're like extensions. I can let that go. That's fine with me. All right. Crisis averted. Everything's chill now. Everything's chill. The elderly woman smiles warmly. Okay. Okay. Cool. Is it weird that we're just like going around to random people just saying good evening to them? Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. I feel like if I was like just doing whatever and someone randomly came up to me and said good evening and then walked away, like, or said hello to me and then walked away, like, I'd be a little weirded out by it. I'm not gonna lie. Ah, a newly come traveler. Alan Chassis, and welcome to Slitherbow. I had to say it that way so I remembered to do it. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea, the quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. Ah, that makes sense. We figured it out, totally worth my $12. Yep. Crisis averted. We're not gonna go insane. 100% well worth $12, straight up. I can't say things while I'm mounted. That's dumb. Alan Chassis, welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not. Our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. Ooh, medicinal tea. Slither bow. Oh, you typed it as slither bow. No. Slither. It is slither bow. Yeah. Yeah. The way you typed it out, I also said slither bow. Yeah, it's slither bow. B-O. Okay. Oh, you say slither bow, like archery bow. Oh. Yeah, that's wrong. It's bow. Cause I also say bow. But that's not how they say it. They say bow, and it fucks me up all the time. Yeah, that's how I say it too, Hex. I say bow like a bow like you draw, but that's wrong. Hence my frustration. It's whatever. I mean, it's whatever. But even still, it's like it's awkward. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There's still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength at will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they built such a thriving community. Bunch of dirty heathens is what I think. A helping hand. Judging by the glint in Runar's eye, there is more for you to learn about Slither Bow. I want... That's me... Okay. So me saying it like that is not me trying to be funny. I'm saying it because for a split second my brain's like, you're gonna say slither bow, or my mouth is like, you're gonna say slither bow, but then my brain's like, no, you need to say slither bow because that's how you actually pronounce it. And then like my brain tries to basically just strangleholds my muscles, like, no, stop that, you stop it. Ah, you returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. I can't talk tonight. You say potato, I say nihilism. Remember, if you have any questions or if there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. How do you pronounce your city's name, and why is it wrong? Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand... Wow, cool. I would rather not. Did you say nihilism? Nihilism. Nihilism? Does it matter? Does it matter at this point? I would rather not. Come now, it is but a single task. As reward, I will give you an extra helping of my famous stew at dinner. Nihilism. All I ask is that you take a jug of water and water the crops in the square. A big jug. May I help too? Sure. Of course, one of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. You will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room in a warm meal. God, this New Game Plus, I'm such a dick. Right then, I'll fill, you water. Wow, okay. What if I wanted to fill? Take the easy job, bitch. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Alright. I have 45 seconds. Max woke up and chose Dickory. Hickory Dickory Dock. Hickory Dickory Dock, motherfuckers. Right, you have watered half the plot. Fetch another jug of water to take care of the rest. See, it's more fun to be a dick the second time, because canonically I was polite and nice. But this is New Game Plus. I've done all this shit already. Also, they gave me 30 seconds? What the hell? This is bullshit. Yeah, canonically we were nice, polite, whatever. But like, dude, this is New Game Plus. None of this matters. None of this matters. This isn't real. We're reminiscing. We're thinking about what we would have said instead, you know? That's what we're doing. Alright, the whole plot is now thoroughly watered. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? We watered your crops for you. You're welcome. You watered the crops? Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I have been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Tadia's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never would guess. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I feel like you could expand a little bit. Just a little. I don't know how you manage. Well, I mean, they plant the crops, Minfilia, and then they... okay, whatever. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier for most anywhere else. Yeah, but that's what quitters would do, Minfilia! That's what fucking quitters would do! I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Yeah! Yeah, Minfilia, they're not fucking quitters! Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood. I see you have read your history. Alright, I was really begging on Minfilia not knowing, so now I look like a fool. But there is a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as Sin Eaters. The people were without answers, without hope. Their gods having drowned along with everything else, it seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth, they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies, in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the self-same reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything else can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. See, those are the words of someone who has never owned a PS5. Just saying. I'm just saying. This we must do for them, our children and generations yet unborn. keep their legacy alive. It's okay, Minfilia. You'll understand when you get older, champ. She's in a phase right now. It's fine. Kids these days, you know? She's in her angsty phase. It's fine. It's okay. Runar! Lost, but not forgotten. Runar has more work to be done. Of course he does. Done tending to the crops already? Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods, sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch. The touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbow. My brain. My brain! You can see my brain struggling each time. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Tadia's Heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for sin eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beasts down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days passed. Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her Heartstone. All the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the Heartstone of the deceased at their funeral, as an offering to the heavens, but now... Oh, well, Tadia's going to hell. Feels bad. What if I could get it, find it for you? Like you are a small child. I've experienced fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Well, I'm hoping it doesn't touch you. You're a child. I would hope that it didn't touch you, Minfilia. You are a child. Master Matora called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need of, and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well. If the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Thancred doesn't need to know. Well, Thancred doesn't need to know. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. So, whatever. Hey, kid, you want to do some crime? I'm a terrible influence. What? Do you mean you'll say you'll come with me? I didn't say that. I just said that we don't need to tell Thancred. Thank you. Let's hurry then before he returns. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. Now, I didn't say that, Minfilia. I just said that we don't need to tell Thancred. That's all I said. It's fine. Be smart. Do crime. I saw a tweet, and they were talking about Reaper and stuff like that, or like they were talking about Reaper and how how they think the job quest is gonna start, and they tweeted, the job quest for Reaper just starts with the Thaumaturge Guild coming up to you and saying, "Hey kid, you want to see a dead body?" And I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty accurate. I could believe it. There, the Sin Eaters. Oh, yeah, that one definitely has the touch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen those ones. I've seen them touch things before. It's not pretty. It's a bad touch. It's a real bad touch. I was hoping there would only be one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Alright. So, what do you propose we do? It's a learning experience for her. I'm just along for the ride. Fighting them together here would make a lot of noise, which might attract beasts or other eaters. But if we fought them separately and quietly, we might not have to worry about that. Okay? Good plan, good plan. Alright then. I'll draw one away while you handle the other. Get him, Amphilia! Get him! Jesus, where did Amphilia go? She went so far away. Oh no. Sure. There you are. It's done, though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. Yeah, you will, Amphilia. Uh-oh. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find the Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. No trace of the Heartstone here. Nothing here. I feel like it's like hidden in between some trunks. Oh, I think it's over here. It's like right in here. There you go. Got it. Did you have any luck? Boom! It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Bankhead always said you were a woman of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. Oh, it's fine. The hero she was. Again, she wasn't really that big of a hero. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. Oh, Amphilia, you just don't realize that actual Amphilia was really just boring. She's like Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi, essentially. She's just really there. And then she died, and we're like, oh no! No! Thank goodness you're safe. I had begun to fear the worst. Boom! Had to look for this bad boy. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with our service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits unto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Saying goodbye, Runar lets out a sigh of relief. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the Blessed. I must insist that you and your friends attend Tadia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others it will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. In the darker? Out with it then. Sho and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. And we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters and... As long as she accompanied you, but do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Sho has business with us. Wasn't me! It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I ain't no snitch. It's probably Urianger. Yeah, it's probably Urianger. Fucking dick. Fucking snitch. Is something the matter? The service is to be held in the darker, which apparently is, I assume, next to the darkest. I don't know. They asked us to attend the service? Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. Thancred's such a dad. He really is. Thancred's the kind of dad that, like, you would never have a one-on-one conversation with each other about your feelings. He's more of like you just like when you see each other, you just like head nod and that's it. Like that's that's the extent of emotional interaction you have. Like he's that kind of dad. Truly wants nothing but the best for you, but like you're not having those one-on-one cocks. That's not happening, straight up. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Look at my candle. My candle's so far away from all the other candles, I feel like. I feel like I should have placed it somewhere else. I'm self-conscious about where I placed the candle now. I'm self-conscious about it.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Sure.
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers.
Wait. So... Hold on. So, the Knights Blessed have the custom of, like, they have two names. So you have... I assume your light name is your real name, and then you have your essentially your alias, which is the dark name. So it's... This is why you have Justola, and then her alias is Master Matoya. But it's... I mean, I get... Okay, I guess... But, like, the way that Runar says this is that in the light, she's known as Tadia, but in the dark, we shall remember her as Menine. So, I guess, really my confusion is... People aren't supposed to know what your light name is unless you're talking to like family or significant others, basically, like really close acquaintances. And so like, I mean, I guess it's a funeral service. I guess he has to, like, he would have to know, I guess, like, technically speaking. So okay, yeah, I guess that checks out.
We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
Here's something that I've always found interesting in primarily video games, typically. I've always just been really, I always find kind of interesting that a lot of video games typically will tell you, like, you know, they have like a heaven and a hell.
Sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
But then you think about it more and more, and it's like, I mean, really the only religions that sort of have any sort of afterlife type of deal for heaven and hell, and like, so any sort of concept of heaven and hell are typically Christianity. And like, obviously that's not what I'm trying to say. It's like, oh, they're putting their Christian ideals in this game. No, it's just, I just think it's just an interesting concept of like, like we think of heaven and hell as such vague concepts.
Call upon you now.
When in reality, they're really only, it's, at least maybe I'm just not well versed in theology. Maybe I'm just not well versed in theology. But like, Christianity is really the only religion that I can think of that has that sort of concept. Everything else is typically like enlightenment, rebirth. Maybe there's just another word for it in other religions. I'm just not thinking of it. But I don't know. It's just an interesting thing that I just thought about. Like.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks.
Hey, you're welcome.
The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
Okay, see, everybody says Todia, but I feel like that's her light name, and I feel like we should be calling her Menine instead. Damn it, there's no, like, humble brag option. I should like to met her. There's no good humble brag.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing.
Well.
Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will?
Yeah, Thancred's definitely the kind of dad that, like, he doesn't talk about his feelings, and you're definitely not gonna have that conversation.
Forgive me, thinking of all those
but
we
like,
have lost.
as a kid, as a kid, like, that stays with you. That fucks you up a little bit.
No, it's
just
all
a
right.
little.
We will bring back.
Like, as you get older, you understand. Like, you get it. It's one of those things where it's like you understand as you get older, but like as a kid, it fucks you up, man.
Mayhaps sooner than later.
Thancred needs to hug his child more. I feel it doesn't have enough hugs growing up. Feels bad.
Orionje and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Stirring up trouble. Isola seems quite pleased with herself, but whether she has good or bad news to share remains to be seen. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire, and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get to Ixmaya? Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove himself an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruins' protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with an ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect, which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Satia, quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. Slitherbow, yes. The good news ends there, however, for it is the possession of a rather radical faction of Dark Worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must first infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I am afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Okay, sounds easy. And before you ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Yeah, second dad! You know for a fact that Urianger and Thancred are Minfilia's dads, and Urianger is actually the fun one. Awkwardly, Urianger is the fun dad. Then let us convene outside to the west of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them unto the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. I really can't take an organization seriously when they have children in their name. Like, if you are grown adults and you are part of a group called the Children of literally anything, I can't take you seriously. I really can't. Well, I got my hands dirty by defending myself against madmen by the blessed dark. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary, the usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. Perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nest where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Are they? Are bees a natural predator predator. To spiders. Do spiders have any natural predators? Because they are small, spiders have many enemies. Larger animals such as birds, toads, lizards, monkeys. They are also used as food by many smaller creatures. Ticks will attach themselves to a spider and eat away for it a long time while the spider goes about its business. Kid zone. Kid facts. Ah! I don't like that. Okay. One of the worst enemies is the spider wasp. The female wasp will paralyze the spider by stinging it. She then digs a hole and puts the spider and an egg into it. When the egg hatches, the baby wasp will eat away at the paralyzed spider. Huh. Ha! Ha! Okay, well I guess that's sort of right. Set them loose on the nest and we would have an opportunity to sneak into their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. I like that Thancred 1 is like, you son of a bitch, I'm in. But also is like, I've done this before. I've done this. This ain't my first beehive rodeo. Like, we're probably only gonna need a couple beehives. We got this easy. Smoke bomb. Oh, use large burlap sack. The guard returned to Slitherbow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? I've got 2 bags of angry bees. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. A beautiful plan. Y'shtola is ready to move. The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oak. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spider's nests. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. There's the airway. Do you see it? A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed, enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? That should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees! By the abyss, they're everywhere! Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders! It sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy your stroller more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready. I'm gonna go in from the airway. Oh god. The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distraction from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in. Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Keep watch for the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time. 'Twould behoove us to learn all that we can. Examine the murals and take note of what events are depicted. The mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne attended by their subjects. The mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this. There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it. Slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was. But he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends. A tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder? Rather faded, isn't it? Compared to the others. Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
Harpert's always just so sad. Every interaction we have with Harper is just so sad.
There you
honestly.
are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place.
Didn't realize I didn't switch over to my actual Final Fantasy scene.
Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
Yeah, fine. Just talking to my ghost boyfriend. Don't worry about it. I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Shay, did the murals appear to be of any significance? Depictions of heroes from the Age of Gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the Flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. An unwanted proposal. You stole his thirst for knowledge, sated. She seems content to return the Slitherbough. Let us return to Slitherbough. The others are waiting. After we return, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know. I'm too lazy to travel there, so we're just gonna warp. I'm way too lazy for it. Joe, the guard told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath. And no sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows I worry when she leaves without telling me, but she is safe and that is all that matters. You must be hungry after a journey. Why not have a seat there by the fire? The stew will be ready. Will soon be ready. Everybody in this game makes stew. Nobody makes like soup or chowder or bisque. Love me a good bisque. Lobster bisque. Oh, so good. Everybody makes stew though. Nobody makes other types of soups.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it? The blessing may spare her the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. She is not as she was in the Source. Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that she has been suffused with their light.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed, everything you claim to have seen, did you?
Guys?
Help! Someone help!
Oh, okay. See,
The
again,
Amorans are
it's
come
like,
for us.
it seems just
We're under
like,
attack.
obviously it checks out that you're so suspicious, but at the same time, it's like, oh, the Exarch was too secretive, so I didn't trust him anymore. It's like, Urianger does literally the same thing! The only difference is that you've known Urianger longer! And it's just because of that, it's like, it's literally the only reason. It's the only reason you trust him, Yustola, is because you've known Urianger longer. Meanwhile, in Yolmor. Oh, right. Right. I want that gesture gland really badly, actually.
Lord Pt3, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling warriors of darkness. They have slain sin-eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers, so I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
What?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve.
Ooh, you see his little feeties, his little booties.
They would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss.
That seems like a pretty good deal, honestly.
Are fickle creatures who
Maybe we're the
entertain
bad
vague
guys. Oh man.
ideals without the
Snap,
faintest
snap.
notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin-Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing.
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome. And we will, once we eliminate the Sin Eaters.
You poor, deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now. And the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making? Or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord Pt3. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains. And I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
Get him,
In
Max.
summary,
Ah!
you will continue to
The
support
face
the villains
boob!
hunting my
Ah! I can't not look at it!
With tremendous enthusiasm.
It's so
For I
weird
have
that it's
faith
there!
in the
I didn't
future
realize
they
that
would
it was
build.
there! I thought it came later! It's weird. The face boob.
Oh, why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you. So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception!
Okay.
What?
Good talk.
How did he... Insolent swine! I will not stand for this! Do you hear me?
Baby go boom. Baby fall down, go boom. Meanwhile, so your stool is basically like the mayor, right? I feel like she is.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you've come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Pt3's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness?
We have reached an accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
I
In his
feel like
wisdom,
Lord Pt3 has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith.
I feel like I've seen this before.
You and your false
in
creed
a different
are a
context.
blight on these woods. A foul,
in a very
unholy
historical
must be
context.
Little wonder the
Weird.
warrior of darkness visits both
This seems
Lakeland and
oddly
Ilmaine,
familiar.
yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed shadow at bay.
Alright, Rude, we're working on it. It's a work in progress, okay?
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, that you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our fate to join those zealots?
Yes.
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
You know, part of me really wanted Ranjit to be like a good guy, but another part of me is like, I'm glad he just stays as the villain. Like, I almost wanted some sort of like redemption arc for him, but then I'm like, nah, he should stay the bad guy. That makes sense. That makes sense. The guard hath been afflicted with the most terrible and efficacious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. Put to the proof. Urianger wears a somber expression. How fareth the young guard? The poison spread throughout his system long before he was brought here. At present, there is naught we can do but try to ease his pain. Do not blame yourselves, my friends. All that can be done has been done. Even had we reached him sooner, it would have made little difference. The children employ countless poisons. Finding a suitable antidote is a nigh impossible task. What of the rest of the Blessed? How have they taken the news of Yulmore's generous proposition? With anger and dismay, we cannot hope to oppose them and the children. I considered a convocation of all the Knights Blessed that we might consider their ultimatum, but I know how they will answer. Master Matoria, I am truly sorry. We cannot abandon our faith. But there is no reason for you to suffer for our decision. Your work is not yet done, and you still have time to flee. Flee. I am not wont to run from my troubles. Oh, she said the thing! She said the thing! That's the thing! In fact, with Sho's arrival, I am minded to take the offensive. The Yulmoran's presence here plainly stems from a desire to protect the Light Ward. I say we seek it out and slay the creature before they return. Were darkness to fall over Raktika, they would have no cause to remain. All of which is rather easier said than done. Unless, of course, you finally deciphered that tablet. I have, as a matter of fact, and with it we can prepare everything we need to enter Ixmaya. What say you all? We will need to act quickly, but I believe it can be done. We cannot deny our fate, but one course lieth before us. Well, we are villains, are we not? We get to be the bad guys. Good. I leave the blessed in your capable hands, Runar. Very well. I see there is no changing your mind. By all that is dark, I swear to keep the blessed safe. According to the tablet, we will first need to obtain a seal used to identify the allies of Ronka in times past. One such seal should be waiting for us in a complex of underwater ruins not far from here. You have some experience with subaquatic excursions, do you not? Then this should prove a simple task for you. The ruins we seek are at the bottom of Lakes Tusi Mekta. While you see to that, Benfilia and I will remain here to help shore up Slitherbow's defenses. Your aid would be greatly appreciated. Let's get to work. Let's be bad guys. I think what we'll do is... there you are. Ready for a swim? The seal we seek should be stored in a chamber somewhere inside the ruins beneath the lake. However, the entrance is seemingly protected by a subtle locking mechanism, rooted in the symbolism of Ronkan culture. Those Ronkans sought to live in harmony with nature, considered certain animals to be sacred. Foremost in their pantheon was the snake, portrayed as the protector of the wood, the arbiter of life and death. Below it were 4 others, each equal in rank: the curl, the colibri, the opo-opo, and the wolf, characterized by the bringers of liberty, words, enlightenment, and harmony, respectively. To open the chamber containing the seal, the tablet states that one must pay due deference to 3 of these beings by placing one's palm on monuments wrought in their image, and that this must be done in a specific sequence. If my interpretation is correct, order can be discerned from the 3 commandments which follow. Give praise unto the snake, by its strength do our lands prosper. Be as the opo-opo, rival thy kin, as all parts seek betterment, so too does the whole. Be as the wolf, move as one, peace comes to all who seek harmony with their kin. The tablet says not of the placement, size, or appearance of the monuments. Alas, hopefully all will become clear when you reach the bottom of the lake. Go safely. Okay. So snake, opo-opo, wolf. So I think tonight, I want to try and at least get to, I want to try and get to the Ixmaya, I think is where I'm at. And then that'll probably be where we end tonight. Because that's definitely a good stopping point. Because we're in Raktika for a really long time, so. You find a snake statue. Touch. You said something stirred elsewhere in the lake. Colibri. Okay, colibri is a bird. I didn't know, so. Wolf. Once more, you sense something stir elsewhere in the lake. Perhaps the chamber containing the seal is open. A door opens to reveal a pedestal upon which rests a medallion. You take it and secure it inside your clothing. Did you find it? Seal of Ronka. This medallion. It bears the owl insignia of the Empire. There can be no doubt this is the Seal of Ronka. Well done, Sho. We can begin our preparations to enter Ixmaya in earnest. Into the wood. Ystrola would waste no time in heading to Ixmaya. Bearing the seal, it should be possible to enter Ixmaya unmolested by its guardians. I will go ahead to slither about and inform the others. When you have recovered from your exertions, meet with us in the cavern leading east out of the village. Waste time traveling. Good, you're here. Runar opened the gate for us but moments ago. Beyond lies Ixmaya and presumably the Light Warden. It did not take long for the Wood's protectors to find me when last I came here, and I expect them to fall upon us just as quickly this time. Though we carry the seal, that is no reason for us to let down our guard. Now, let us seek out the Warden and put an end to its reign over these woods.
It would seem we have found them.
You trespass upon sacred ground. Be gone!
I love that, like, they try to hide them. They, like, to hide them in silhouettes and, like, darkness and stuff like that, but we can very clearly still see them. They're just darker. It's just a little shadow. I feel like we could have done a little bit better at that. Uh-oh.
Wait! We did not come to!
You! Woo!
Oh.
Gambit! People make fun of Ariane with the card throwing. I think it's awesome. I think it's actually so cool. Like, I wish Astros could do this. Honestly.
Sister, is that...
We are allies of the Empire of Ronka. As is customary, we come bearing the seal of the Emperor.
Nice.
It appears to be genuine. Then perhaps there's yet hope.
Thinking about it, we definitely lied to these people. Like,
perhaps.
Like,
We acknowledge your seal, but we must be certain of its authenticity.
Low-key, we definitely lied to these people.
Follow the assured flowers
straight
to our
up.
village. There we will judge if you are friend or foe.
Okay. Yeah, we
Try
definitely
not to
lied
stray
to
from
them.
the path. All right?
Feels kind of bad. What if they didn't believe us? Like, what if they figured out...
Follow the flowers. Would it kill them to escort us?
They are escorting you. They are escorting you, Ystolda. The flowers are escorting you.
But if it affords us an opportunity to investigate Ixmaya, fine.
She's so like no nonsense, straight up. She's so snippy. She was kind of like, I guess she was like that in Stormblood too, like when we did those patches, but like even still though, like goddamn Y'shtola. But yeah, we definitely lied to these people, and I feel like I feel kind of bad about it. Well, maybe not bad, but like, man, imagine if they didn't believe us. Imagine if we give them the seal, and they're like, "You're not actually the allies of Ronka. This is a like you're frauds." Like, oh god, shit. I would have the seal that we may confirm its authenticity. Straight to the point, I see. Very well. There is no mistaking the crest of the royal family. It is a proper size, and by its weight, it is plain it was made from gold. The seal is indeed genuine. It's gold? I didn't know that. Oh god. For 3,000 years we have waited for this moment, and now you are finally here. I bid you welcome, allies of Ronka. I am Elmet, chieftainess of Fanau. Yulmet, her younger sister. Simet, a pleasure. We were beginning to lose hope that you would come. I beg your pardon. These are troubled times for my people. Though I can but imagine what has compelled you to venture into our woods. You must be tired after your journey. Come, take your ease. If you'd like, I will show you about the village. Though I must warn you, it is a long way down to the forest floor, so do watch your step. Eh. The purple one's my favorite. Okay. Yeah. I think on that note, guys, that is going to be it for me tonight. Thank you so much for coming out to this stream. I will see you guys back here tomorrow for probably some more E12S prog. I promised my friend that I would help them out a little bit more in case they need me. So hopefully, we'll see if they actually need me or not. We'll see. But afterwards, we'll definitely get back into MSQ. Tomorrow, I think the goal will be to definitely finish Raktika, and then probably get to Amaray is where I'm at with that. But we'll see how that all plays out. But as always, though, my name is Shogun Shin. You are the audience, and I'll see you guys next time.